Morning, everyone. How are you guys all doing in Cambodia this morning? It's December 3rd, I believe it is. And as you can see, it's getting to be winter in Canada. We're dressed very warmly this morning because it's about -3 and there's a wind, so that makes it feel much colder. So I had hoped to do a live stream, but because of the time difference, that's not possible, because when it's sunlight here, it's nighttime at your place, and then when it's daytime in Cambodia, I can't do video here because it's too dark. So I'm going to put a video together and show you my neighborhood and my walk to the city center, and hopefully it'll give you a little idea of what Canada looks like in December. Anyway, I'm not a professional, so this will be very amateur. Hopefully you enjoy it though. So this is my street, and this is one of our big trees on the street, and you notice the tree loses all its leaves in the winter. They'll all be back in the summer. The tree is not dead, it's just having a sleep. That's one way up my street. If we turn, the sun might be a bit bright here. There's the other way, and that is part of the Atlantic Ocean. It's called the Halifax Harbour. And these are kind of typical homes in my neighborhood. These are family homes. This one is mine. Mine is more modern because I built it 12 years ago, so it's new compared to the others. The other homes are about 40 years old. Mine is 12 years old. So I've walked about, I don't know, a minute or two, and now I'm at the end of my street. And so this is a close-up of the harbour. The sun's going to be very bright right here. I'm not sure what you'll be seeing, but that's the way out to the ocean. And because you're students, you'll be interested in, there's an apartment building on our left, but the one behind it is one of our colleges. And that's where they teach the trades mostly at that campus. But as you can tell, it's a beautiful December morning here. As long as you're dressed warmly, you'll be good. Now we're on the main path, which heads downtown. And through those trees there, you see a big parking lot. You probably can't make out the ships, but there's a few ships there. And then the buildings coming up is the Research Center for Oceans and Ocean Technology. So there's a lot of work going on these days around the oceans and climate change. A lot of it for our province is done in these buildings. These are apartment buildings. They're some of the oldest in the city right now. Our city used to be two cities, and this smaller one, which I live in, is called Dartmouth, and that's the center of it right there. In behind those condo buildings is the downtown core, which is very small. And then either by ferry, which is that little boat going across right there, you can walk on there or take your bike. You can't take a car. And it goes across the harbour to the main city, which is over there. And the main city is called Halifax. Or if you want to take your car, there's one of the bridges here. There's also another bridge further down, which we won't be able to see because it's a bit too far for a walk. This boat here is one of the retired ferries that used to take people across. They don't use that one anymore. But I'll see if I can zoom in on this little guy coming. Right there. That's one of the ferries. Taking people across. It takes about, well, it takes less than 10 minutes to come across. I've been walking about, less than 5 minutes, maybe 3 minutes. And this is my daughter's home. She bought that about 4 years ago. So she's just down the block from where I live. It's great having her here. We're a little closer to downtown now. These are condo buildings. So they're fairly new, maybe about 10, 12 years old as well. And our city is the biggest seaport on the east coast of Canada. So you probably won't be able to see it. I'll see if I can get some better pictures from my house. But out that way, there's a huge container port where the containers come in from all over the world to have things unloaded. And right behind me, I'll give you a better view of it as well. There's a train track. And all the cars that are imported into Canada come on to this port. They're put on trains and taken to the rest of Canada. And this is the path following to downtown. This is someone building a new home here. Can't really see too much yet. They're just starting. And I don't know if I saw too much of this in Cambodia, but this is what we call, what we call graffiti here. But this old building is being used by, they call themselves artists, to do their work. And when they keep it to designated buildings like this, it's great. And sometimes they put it everywhere, which is not good. Some people are very talented, others not so. I can almost assure you there's not one of these clubs in Siem. This is a curling club, so I encourage you to go and look up the sport of curling. So this building here, hard to get it all in the picture. This building here is mostly all ice inside, and they play a sport called curling. Curling basically is sliding large granite balls down an ice surface and seeing how close you can get to the target. So I encourage you to look it up. See, it's a fun sport. Oh. Not sure what's going on. Some ambulance is going for because we're a big seaport, there's a need for people to fix things under the water, either ships or docks or oil structures or gas structures. There's always need to be under the water fixing things. So this company, that's what they specialize in, deep sea diving and fixing structures that are underwater. If you guys can pronounce that word in that sign I just showed you, it's worth like, I think at least 10,000 real. Anyway, this canal, which is, cuts our province in two. This goes from one side of the province to the other. It is called the Shubenacadie Canal. So that word you saw is Shubenacadie. You should practice saying it, okay? This is our small park downtown. Turn around slowly. Those would be apartment buildings again that we saw, or the condo buildings we saw from a distance. And that there building there is our downtown library. And then we'll go up there later, but that's the way to the main street. Now down on the waterfront. This is where that little ferry leaves from. This is the ferry terminal. And then our market is in that building back there. Doing some construction work on the front of the harbour. And to our left here, another step, is another park. It's called the Ferry Terminal Park. Nice little place to go and have your morning coffee. When I was important and worked for a living, that corner office at the top of this building was my office. I had one of the best views in Canada. Christmas is a big thing in Canada, my part of Canada, and so this is the Christmas market. We're just setting it up now, not actually operating it.